Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Marvel Spider-Man Spectacular Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the mission Spider Hack, and it's the one where we have to hack Oscorp's tower. I will of course be doing it no damage, which is not really much of an achievement considering I don't think you can even take damage on this section. Message me if I'm wrong, I probably am, but I've never been spotted by the lasers or the drones, so it should give you confidence that you'll have no problem with this mission. But a game that I haven't compared this to, which I probably should, even though some people really hate it when you do that, Spider-Man is the Dark Souls of Arkham City, is Sunset Overdrive, which is a game that Insomniac made previously. Sunset Overdrive, I think, is an underappreciated game in a lot of ways, but it's also a troubled game. And one of the areas of the game that is perfect, in my opinion, that they nailed was the feel of the movement. The movement in Sunset Overdrive, if you watch somebody who's good at the movement in that game, it looks balletic, it looks wonderful, it is literally poetry in motion. If you watch somebody like Darkside Phil, he spends the entire time running on the ground, which is ironic because the tooltips even tell you, if you want to know what the sprint button is, it's called movement or something like that. They've got a very sarcastic but awesome tooltip saying, if you want to know how to move faster or how to sprint, it's called bouncing, wall running and jumping and using the cool movement. And I completely agree with them. Because if you play Sunset Overdrive without using its movement, it's like playing FIFA and not kicking the ball. That's literally what it is. Because it's super great, and all of it has player agency, none of it's too technical. Once you learn all the simple fundamentals, mastering it becomes difficult because it becomes more about the subtleties, and it's a beautifully designed game like that. Spider-Man is kind of the same. Spider-Man's movement feels great in almost every moment except for one or two things. Sometimes navigating, swinging the web in claustrophobic environments leads to hilarity, and if you're not holding right trigger when you do certain parkour moments, it leads to getting stuck under certain things. But other than that, it's really well made. It's not the most intensive on execution, so there's not too many buttons to hold or mess with. There's enough buttons so that a person who likes to execute gets to press different things, and at the same time, if you don't like that, you can just hold a trigger. So I think it's a wonderful balance between what the person looking for a higher skill ceiling wants, and the person who doesn't care about skill and wants to sit on the skill floor can enjoy as well. And I think that that's a great combination that they've managed to achieve really elegantly. And I think a lot of that comes from the experience that they got from creating Sunset Overdrive. And Sunset Overdrive is a flawed game. You know, the story and the characters are horrible. The main activities don't really utilize the main concept and gimmick of the game. I feel like they had a really good idea, but they didn't embellish upon it most of the time. But the one area that they nailed was the world, because the buildings and the areas look amazing in that game. They look superb. I would go as far as to say I think Sunset Overdrive aesthetically looks better than this game, and that could just be my imagination, guys, and I've misremembered. But I feel like, because of the way it looks and the colours and the beauty of it, it just appeals so much more to me. But that being said, because that game looks so great, achieves such a wonderful world vision, and has such fantastic movement, Spider-Man benefits on every front because of it. Of course, if you're playing this on a PlayStation Pro, then this game's going to knock Sunset Overdrive out of the water, but I just mean aesthetically, the visuals on that game are one of my favourite aesthetics in video games. Thank you for watching, and you take care now.